guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here. If you're new, my name's Chelsea and I run this account Chelsey Explores. And if you're new, I am officially now a mom to 2 boys. I love posting videos about fun things to do in San Diego as well as realistic vlogs of days in our life. So in this video, I wanted to walk you guys through what an entire night with a newborn looks like. This is baby Decker. He is officially 10 days old, and I thought it would be hopefully helpful to any new moms out there or to moms who haven't been a mom in a long time, or really any mom, to understanding what a night with a newborn, a freshly newborn, looks like. Because I know as a mom of 2 myself, I completely forgot what the schedules were. I have a 2-year-old son, and it's amazing how much you forget. So I had to re-research it all and practice for a few days. We kind of now have the swing of things, so I figured I would film what the night looked like. I definitely still find myself Googling and researching and looking up TikToks and Instagrams on, how other moms do their night routines, and I find it very fascinating to watch other YouTubers on their night routine, so that's why I figured I would make one, and hopefully it can resonate with one of you. So currently we are doing a combination style feeding with Decker, so that means we're doing some breastfeeding and some formula feeding and mixing in some pumping there. So I am trying to breastfeed or pump between 8 to 12 times a day, basically have a supply. With Landon, I had a very little supply, so trying to do better with Decker, but I think my body just doesn't supply enough. That's why we've started mixing in formula this time sooner than we did with Landon. Yeah, so we do a combination. Pretty much I breastfeed, and then after every breastfeeding session we give formula because he just was not getting full enough even after breastfeeding for an hour. We are currently getting up about 2 to 3 times a night. He tends to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. Seems more like on the 2.5 hour mark. He's a much better eater than Landon was, so it kind of took me by surprise that sometimes we give him 3-ounce bottles even after I breastfed, and he still acts hungry. So it's just, every baby's different, which is crazy to think about, that you can't have a set routine, but hopefully this helped give some guidelines. Overall, I would say Decker is a pretty good sleeper though. For being alive for 10 days, we really can't complain so far. We definitely like to introduce healthy sleep habits, and by that I mean we have blackout shades in our room. We have it very dark at night. We try to have minimal light on when we get up to feed him. We swaddle him. We use the snoo at night, which kind of rocks him, and we use a sound machine. Don't get me wrong, we have definitely had a few rough nights here and there, but overall definitely a pretty good sleeper. As far as schedule goes, we follow the baby-wise schedule, which honestly is pretty similar to almost all the schedules that you see out there, like the taking care of babies ones. It's essentially during the day it's eat, play, sleep, eat, play, sleep, and then at night it's basically just eat, sleep every 2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, this guy seems to be getting a little hungry, so I am going to give you a little room tour and then gonna feed him, and then we will start this video. Okay, I wanted to give you guys a quick little tour of what our bedroom looks like to help you kind of get an overview of what it looks like during the night. So come with me and I'll show you our master bedroom. Alright, so at the end of the bed here I have this little play kit from Love Every that I lay him on when I'm up here during the day just to give him different things than nap time. Obviously our bed, and then that's my nightstand. That's Dan's nightstand. So on my nightstand, I have a few different things to help me get through the evening. We have a burp cloth, of course, a giant water cup. I have a hair clip to pin up my hair if I get hot, or pin up my shirt. And then I've got my pump, some tissues. I also have this Mom Cozy nightlight and sound machine. It's honestly the perfect little nightlight. It does tons of different colors. I either use the red or the soft white light, and it has 34 different sounds, but I just use the white noise air conditioner sound. And it's also cheap. It's only $40 on Amazon, so it's perfect. Other things that I don't currently have on my nightstand is sometimes I have snacks up here because I do get hungry in the middle of the night. And then in my nightstand drawers, I have all the charging cords for my pumps in case I need to charge it in the middle of the night. This is Decker's snooze setup. It's right by the bed. I have a boppy there to grab when I'm nursing in the middle of the night. We actually swaddle him in a different swaddle and then put him in this because we found that it wakes him up to lay him down and put him in that. So we swaddle him first, rock him a little bit, and then lock him in with that snoo, and then turn it on for the light motion and the sound. We have our Nanic camera. The only reason we have this up here right now is because I do have Decker nap in the snoo sometimes throughout the day, so I want to be able to see him on the camera. We love the Nanic. We have it for Landon's room and we'll have it for Decker's room. The app is great. It has a split screen so you can like watch both of them. It connects super easily. We switched over from the outlet because our outlet was giving us so many problems, and this was definitely the better decision. Anyways, moving on to our diaper changing station. So I made a makeshift station on my dresser. We have the changing pad here, some hand sanitizer, all the goodies. This is my favorite diaper cream. It seriously works wonders. And then Tubby Todd Oliver ointment is the best for baby skin. I don't like touching the diaper cream, so honestly this spatula is amazing. And then I have this little night light that I got off Amazon for like 20 bucks. When you flip it over, the light automatically turns on. I'm just gonna put this right here so I can see during the night changing his diaper. And then you flip it back over and it turns off. And then we have our final setup here in the bathroom that gets us through our formula feeds during the night. So we made like a little makeshift station in our bathroom. We got the baby Brezza for Decker this time, and honestly a game changer. It makes a warm bottle in literally seconds. So we have the baby Brezza plugged in here, our little drying rack here. We just use the sink water and immediately wash our bottles or my pump parts. And then as far as formula goes, we use Bobby formula. It's an organic formula that is approved like in European, has the European standards. Dan usually comes in and makes these bottles throughout the night and cleans them. It really just makes for an easy setup during the night to have this right here so we don't have to go downstairs and make a bottle and clean the bottle. I sanitize these throughout the week, so it's just a quick wash here. And that is our quick little room tour for our nighttime. So we will see you tonight. Okay, it's officially 8 p.m. and I am going to start this video now for our nighttime routine with the newborn. All right, so Decker's last feeding was at 7:30 p.m. We did breastfeeding and then 2 ounces of formula. So his next feeding will be between 10 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. He's feeding every 2.5 to 3 hours. Meanwhile, during that time, since that's during Landon's bedtime, Dan was doing Landon's bedtime, so we kind of tag team it. And now we are going to start the life of what it looks like to be a newborn in the middle of the night. During the hours after Decker's first nighttime feeding, the 7:31, Dan and I will either like eat dinner or clean up the house, do the dishes, go to bed if we're super tired, maybe watch a show, you know, get ready for bed, do our face routine and everything. And then it kind of just varies night to night depending on whether we stay up until the next feeding or we go to bed before that 10:30 feeding. But tonight we're gonna eat some dinner, clean up, and then I'm feeling up for a show, but we'll see what Dan says. A nice little treat that my friend made. I think these are like lactation cookies technically. It smells like Reese's Pieces right before I brush my teeth and head to bed. That's good. Alright, Decker woke up around 10:15, ready to eat again. This nighttime feed, we always do a formula feed, strictly just formula, and Dan does that one. So I pump Well, Dan does the formula, re-swaddle him, and change his diaper if he needs it, and put him back in the crib. And I pump while we do that. I am not the best pumper. I only got 1 ounce total. So if anyone has any tips on how to increase my supply while pumping, I pump like 8 times per day plus breastfeed. With Landon, I just wasn't a good supplier, but we're doing what we can do. Just come downstairs to put it in the fridge before I head back to bed. I'm guessing the next time I will see you will be around 1 a.m. I will be breastfeeding Decker at that feed, and then we will top him off with some more formula because, as you can see, I just don't make quite enough milk. And we'll see you around 1. Good morning, you guys. It's about 7:15 in the morning, and little Decker just woke up for his final nighttime / early morning feed. I just breastfed, and now we're doing some pumped milk that I had in a bottle. Obviously, I didn't want to talk too much throughout the night. We try to keep it super quiet and pretty dark in the room, but as you saw in the clips, what our process kind of is I breastfeed on one side and I change the diaper, which kind of wakes Decker up because he tends to fall asleep and I need him awake. And then I breastfeed the other side, and then I hand him off to Dan, who tops him off with some formula via a bottle, and Dan then burps him and swaddles him and puts him back in his snoo. How cute is he? He's so cute. So pretty much Dan sleeps while I breastfeed and change the diaper. And then when I'm almost done breastfeeding on one side, I literally just tap Dan and he gets up and makes the bottle with the baby Preza in our bathroom and then comes back to bed. And then I go to sleep when he does the bottle feed. Every couple does their nighttime routine differently, and this is just what works for us. We really like to tag team it because we can fall back asleep pretty easily once we're done doing our feeding sessions. Yeah, it's just what works for us. I know a lot of exclusively breastfeeding moms, or even moms that bottle feed, just kind of do it all throughout the night, and I totally understand that, but it just doesn't work for us. So this is how we kind of tag team it. We're now getting ready for the day, and our other son wakes up between 6:45 and 7:30, so Dan always gets up and takes care of him in the morning and gives him his milk. So that's where Dan is right now. He is waking Landon up, or he's getting Landon up because Landon's already awake, and he's changing his diaper and giving him his milk while I finish up this feeding. We kick Moko out every single night because I'm afraid that she'll climb on Decker in the middle of the night, but she comes in the morning and she just loves to cuddle. Alright, you guys, I am going to end the video right there, as that concludes our nighttime routine with a newborn. After I do his morning feeding, I tend to hop in the shower because those postpartum sweats are absolutely insane, and I cannot go through the day without showering. I do that while Landon and Daddy go downstairs, play and eat breakfast, or just kind of get ready for the day. Decker stays up with me here in his snoo, or I have him looking at some little black and white cards down on his little play mat, kind of rotating sides he lays on. I hope you found this video helpful, and please feel free to comment any questions down below and tell me your favorite part of your nighttime routine, or any like products that you would recommend to make nighttime even that much better.